All right, in this video we are going to finish up the homepage, which will be the last major task we have left to getting this site active and finished.
Yeah.
So just jump right in, Rob. Do it.
Let's continue.
Do it.
We've got our product area laid out.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go back real quick to our
Telling you, it's
Photoshop.
making me want to go buy some logs. I'm loving it.
Then we're doing our job.
Yes.
Okay, this is what we're going to fill in right now. So let's get to it.
Okay.
And
back into GoLive.
Back in GoLive. Click on Layout. I'm going to try my very best to select this table manually.
You almost had it.
I think I got it.
Did you get it?
Did I get it?
I don't know. It was flickering.
It's flickering, yeah. So I think I got it. I believe I got it. I'm going to hit my right arrow key and hit Shift-Enter a couple times.
You got it.
There we go.
You go.
I'm just going to leave this one in here. I'm going to drop another table.
You can clean out those line breaks later.
Yeah. I'm just giving myself some space.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So this table is going to be different from all the others we've done, but in a good way. It's going to be 2 rows. It's going to be 3 columns. It's going to be 100%. There's going to be no border.
How's it going to be different than everything we're doing? I want to know now. The anticipation's killing me.
We're almost there. Okay, so I'm gonna click on one of these cells.
I don't have the patience for this.
Now in our Photoshop document, we have something that really goes across 2 cells.
Yes, we do.
So how can we do that without splitting it directly in half? Because we've already split it up like we wanted it to.
Sure.
Well, we can do that here. We have in the cell tab, when you click on the cell, you'll have a column span thing you can check here. I'm going to set it to 2, and you'll see what happens. It goes right across.
Wow! So now it treats that like one cell.
Right. And now if I put it to 3, it'll go all the way across.
Yeah. So now that's a cool trick.
Right. Very handy.
Yeah. Super handy.
So I'm going to go ahead and drop an image placement for him, and one more for the next one because we know that's made of 2 images
side by side.
And so we also know that, I know this is kind of hard to see, but this is going to be the news area.
Let me guess, you're going to make that cover 2
rows. Right.
Yeah.
This area here is going to be 2 rows.
Very nice. Because I was thinking we were going to have to bust that up into a whole bunch of different tables.
Yeah, I was too at first, but no, this is where we're going to do it.
Gotcha. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
Well, you learn something every day.
Indeed.
I'm going to drop a placement for the news header that we made earlier. And I'll drop a placer for the history and
something for the recall notice.
Yeah, the recall notice will be a background image, but I think we're going to end up putting a spacer GIF in there. Okay. So let's just start putting in our images.
Doing what we do. So this first one will be what?
This will be home testimonial.
I know it was a JPEG. So,
home testimonial man.
That's the one.
Yep, there he is.
Hey, buddy, what's up?
How's it going? Then the next one is home. Come on.
Testimonial text or something.
Home testimonial quote.
Quote. Okay, close enough.
Okay, so we have those 2 in place.
Oh, yeah, that was quick.
Let's put our history in here. Home history.
Wow,
now, the table's going to be kind of funky for a while, but we're going to straighten it all out.
Okay, so if you see funkiness, don't panic just yet.
Not yet.
Okay, not yet.
I'll tell you when to panic.
Okay. All right, do we have like a panic dancer to like throw the arms up and waggle the head around?
Yeah.
I say don't panic.
Okay, let's try
not to
panic.
There is a great book out there, and the title of it is right there on the cover in big friendly letters. It says don't panic.
Don't panic. I accidentally stretched that too far. I'm going to do that. But the idea here is to make this background for the cell to be an image. This is the recall.
Okay.
So
all you did was click on the cell and go over to its background?
Click on the cell, click on the background.
Gotcha.
Recall background. Now, it's not filled out yet. We're getting to that.
We're working on it.
And I'm going to put it... The first thing we have to do, I'm going to get rid of this image here.
Okay.
Because we're going to put a table in here.
Okay.
For some padding.
Real careful drag and drop there.
Yep. We're going to make this 1 by 1 at 100%. It's going to have no border. It's going to have a padding of about, let's say, 10.
Okay.
0 for space.
All right.
All right. Now I'm going to put that image back in.
Clink. There you go.
let's go get our news headline. That'd be home news title. Okay. And I want to have the background of the whole cell to be this color here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to select the cell, select color.
Oh, wow.
And voila, if it doesn't come up automatically for you, you can use the eyedropper tool.
Right.
And select it like we've done so many times before.
Sure.
Okay, and I'm going to drop yet one more table underneath. I'm going to slide it in here right after news.
Okay. So it'll kind of pop down underneath it.
Right. Now you see scary things are happening. Ignore that. Ignore that.
We're still not panicking?
Not panicking.
Okay. Watch me not panic. Be amazed by my not panicking skills.
Now, if I click on the cell here and I click center, it'll center everything, and that's what I want to happen.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Looks good.
I'm going to click on the table. It's going to have one row, one column.
Okay.
It'll be 100%. It'll have no border. I'm going to give it a cell pad of, this is just a test for now. I'm going to say 5 and 5. And when we put our text in there, we'll see how it looks.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go get some text.
Let's go get some text.
Okay, let's look for our news headlines.
Down.
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah, we can get it from here. I think we have it in our Photoshop document.
Yeah, it'd probably be easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's just
because we have the little one-liners already set up.
So let me go grab it from here. Copy everything here. Copy.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Drop it into here.
And paste. Control-V. Kablam.
Kablam.
Nice.
And this is also going to be centered, so I'm just select all and center.
Okay. So you just actually created an HTML tag for that, as opposed to using like CSS to center it?
Right.
Okay.
Well, it's just a standard center.
Gotcha.
And so let me get rid of our little line breaks here. We don't need those. Because those were just put in for mock-up purposes. Right. Okay. Now, let's hit preview.
Oh, wow.
Not quite as scary in preview.
Yeah,
though.
the freakiness goes away in preview mode.
Now we have a little something here, but we haven't put anything in here yet. So,
right. But we're close.
We're close.
So is it just going to stay looking this funky in preview?
For a little while until we start putting a few more things in here.
I gotcha.
So let's go get that notice text. Recall notice.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'll type recall notice.
Okay. Wow, you're actually going to type that by hand?
That's
amazing, man. All right, so you dragged in a table.
I'm making a new table.
Mm-hmm.
And this one I'm going to make 2 rows.
And 1 column.
And 1 column.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 100%. And teeny tiny text, I'm going to type a recall notice. And I'm going to just paste in our other text.
Okay, gotcha. So you just hit a shift-enter after your type and then pasted.
Right.
I gotcha. Cool.
So I'm going to, at this point, I'm going to add another image. Let's use that more button that we made earlier.
Mm-hmm. So you're dragging that into the second cell?
Mm-hmm, at the bottom here. And I can align it right.
All right.
So let's go get it. Now this is going to be home recall more.
Okay.
You'll see that it's transparent.
Right where we want it to be, too.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to make this table have no border on it at this point.
Okay.
And no cell space.
Set everything down to 0.
Right. Now, let's go back to our Photoshop document for a second.
Format that recall notice.
Mm-hmm. Now we have this set as Arial, 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else we have.
Nothing on the text itself.
Nothing on the text. Okay. Let's go to the headline.
That's Arial 27.1. So we'll probably kind of make a new version of that.
We'll just kind of figure that out.
Like 27 instead of...
Right.
And then it's just normal. So 9 and 27.
9 and 27. Okay. Let's go back to our document.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to close my color palette here.
Okay.
And we're going to create a new inline style. Hang on, let me go back real quick. Okay, yeah. A new inline style.
Mm-hmm.
We'll call this home recall head.
All right.
And we're going to give it that giant font size. What did we say? 27?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom. It is big.
And it was all caps.
And it's all caps. Okay. So let's make that uppercase. Okay. Let's see how this looks.
Did it automatically get Arial or?
Oh, no. Good eye. Let's go make it Arial.
It didn't quite look like Arial, but if you'd told me it was Arial, I'd have just believed you had gone
Yeah,
on.
it's real close. So we don't have one that begins with Arial. What we can do instead is we really don't have one. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just choose this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then delete Verdana, or we can move it down.
Oh,
so the Arial's
it
at the
becomes
top.
like the second priority.
Right.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Good to have it back up.
Yeah.
Let's hit preview. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a little crazy at the moment.
Yeah, still a little crazy.
We have some tweaking to do.
Mm-hmm. But we knew this page was going to be tricky.
That's right. Okay, now I'm going to give this table some padding so that it's not right up against the edge here.
Okay.
We'll give it a padding of, say, 10. Okay.
All right.
All right. And I'm going to... we can get rid of this, our spacer GIF.
Mm-hmm.
And now... Okay. That's still a little odd. We just keep working on it. I'm going to make this text a little smaller. Let's see if that makes any difference. Let's make it 18. Oh, not that small. Let's make it 24. Okay.
So we're kind of adjusting the size a little bit to make it look okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, one thing I want to try here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make this our news column an exact pixel width.
Okay.
And that will help push these guys over.
Sure, because it'll stop resizing.
Right. So let's find that out from our Photoshop document.
All right.
We can use our marquee tool. Go over to info palette. Just stretch across. And we're somewhere around 234. So let's see what happens when we put in 234.
Okay. So you're setting width of the cell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To 234.
Oh, that helped a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now we still have a little 1 pixel thing. Let's make it 235. Let's see if that makes a difference. 235.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's that?
So that just about finished it up.
Yeah. Now we have to change the background on this fellow.
Sure. A couple more things left to do.
And to style the text here. And
but I mean, that took care of a lot of it for us. Now,
right.
Am I out of my mind, or is the recall notice here just look bold and maybe it's not set to bold, or?
It is set to bold.
It is set to bold. Okay.
And now it could be the difference between Photoshop text and website text. Even if you're using the same font, you will get variations.
Okay.
We'll double check that too.
Can we just set it to bold in here?
Yeah.
I'd feel better. It's one of those other things where I'll just sleep better tonight, knowing that the text is boldened up a little bit.
Right. No, you're right. It's not set to bold. I thought it was. There we are.
I feel better already. I can't even tell you.
Now you can get a full night's sleep.
Yeah, it's like the weight of the world was just lifted off my shoulders.
So we need to get that color for our background. So let's get it in Photoshop. And copy it.
It's starting to become a pattern.
Mm-hmm. Something we're all very familiar with now at this point. I'm going to double click it.
Wait, it just popped right in.
I don't know if that's the right one. Let's try it.
Gotcha. It's just something close.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
All right. So
and we need to change
that's
our text
good.
color now.
Right. We'll change our text color. There's one other thing we have to do. We have to add our dotted line.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and do that. Dropped in an image. This would be home news dotted line.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. And I'm just going to copy and paste it down the row here.
Too easy.
Yeah, really, it almost is. So I'm going to select all these guys, make a new, let's call it a block style.
Okay.
And this will be home news headlines.
How about news headlines?
Thank you. Thank you for watching. And we're going to make this the text. What color should we make it? We should make it this blue.
Yeah. Probably.
So let me get that blue. Not here.
It's all covered up by a window.
Yeah. Let's see if I can click and then click. Voila.
Yay.
Did it change? It did change.
It did change.
Now let's see what we had it in Photoshop. I'm not entirely sure.
Probably the same thing. If not, it was really close.
Verdana 9. Anything special? No.
Nope.
Nope. Verdana 9.
Yep.
Okay.
So that should pretty much hit it.
I think so. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, let me go back to preview.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would like to have more space in here between news. And I also want it to line to the top.
Okay.
So let me fix that. So I'm going to select this whole cell here.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, cell. Come on.
You can do it, cell.
Come on. Be a good cell. There we are. I'm going to have it align, vertical alignment to top.
Okay.
Easy enough. And let's preview that. That's pretty good.
Is there a way to space it out a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
You mean space the lines?
Yeah, so it kind of comes down to the bottom of the page.
Right. Well, here's the thing. You probably don't want to bump it all the way down.
Right.
Because then you're going to start breaking things down here.
Sure.
So we want to have a little bit of a gap.
Okay.
In this case.
Okay.
Although what I can do, let me apply a style to our little border here,
mm-hmm.
and that will give us a little more space between each.
Okay. Cool.
So I can click
image CSS.
Yeah, since I've got the image already clicked, I'll click a new one for the image, and we'll call this home
dotted line.
News dotted line.
It's starting to get long.
Just to be overly complete.
Yes.
And we'll go to our margin
and padding.
Yeah, margin and padding. Let's give it a padding of say 5 pixels. Does that make a difference?
Which will be like 10 because it's going to push on both sides.
Right. I think so.
Yeah.
It should.
Yeah, it will because it's on all.
Right.
Cool.
Did that affect anything?
It did indeed.
Well, it did on the first one.
Yeah, just on the first one. We haven't applied it to the others yet.
Right.
So there you go.
So you get this guy, and you get...
So what Rob just did is he selected the one that he knew already had it, so he could see where that check goes, because sometimes when your CSS list over there gets really full, it's hard to see what checkbox you're using.
Yeah, we use really long names. Yeah, they're optional, but I like to have descriptive names.
Right. Well, I mean, if you walk away from this page and come back months later, it's good to be able to just kind of read your names and figure out what each thing is assigned to.
Now, as you notice, I've made it too big.
Yeah, a little bit.
So let's go back and fix that.
Well, at this point, you could probably now just go change your padding like 1 pixel at a time until it looks good.
Yeah, except that I don't know that it's changing in our layout mode.
Okay, well, probably not.
It looks like it's not reflecting it, except in preview. Okay.
Looks pretty good in preview.
Mm-hmm. Looking good in preview?
Yeah.
So I think we're good with this.
Yeah. We do need to put in some links to go to some other pages.
Right. Oh, and I want to take out this gap here.
Right.
That's easy enough. Just hit delete. And go back to preview.
Looking good.
Looking good. Looking good. I'm liking it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go ahead and put in links.
Okay.
And for this guy, we'll have it so that when you click on the image, it'll take you to the product page.
Okay.
And the way you do that, you click on your image, click on link, and then you choose create link, and you can go surf for the page that you want to link to. So in this case, it's going to be products.
Gotcha. Easy enough.
Yeah. In fact, you don't even have to click link if you're going to go surf for it.
Makes sense. Because it kind of knows at that point.
Right. It's like, oh,
yeah, it's
right.
like, oh, you want to do that.
Right.
And I guess, I mean, if you wanted to, not saying we have to do this, but, I mean, you can, select the text and then put a link on that, too, if you wanted to.
Sure, especially the headline.
So that, like, the customer could kind of click on anything and it would take them where they want to go.
Right. We'll just do that real quickly here. Okay, so let's make this clickable for the testimonial. Let's make this guy clickable for history. Let's make this guy clickable for the news page.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy will go to the news page too. How
about the headlines themselves?
Yeah.
You could probably grab the whole cell if you wanted.
Yeah. Usually, this is going to be something that's scripted too, and it would go directly to the story.
Sure.
Yeah. So,
but
let's see what happens when we link them all to news. Well, I turned them all white. So
we could create a new CSS to cover that.
Right. We can make a special CSS to fix this. Let's go ahead and do that. And so let's edit our CSS. Because they're already assigned to news headlines.
We just go in there and change that.
Right. I'm going to go into source mode here real quickly.
Okay. Oh, we're going to get fancy.
Because we're going to get fancy. That's right. And copy and paste.
Mm-hmm.
And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the A link.
Okay.
So that it will affect the link styles.
Okay. So you just type the letter A?
The letter A. And see, it already changed it back to that blue.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now, one other thing, since we have it separated out, make sure I have the right one. You can actually turn off the decorations. In other words, you can say...
Switch off underline.
No text. Yeah, switch off the underlines if you wanted to.
Gotcha.
You could have a special case where it just turned on when it rolled over.
Right.
You have all those options when you're doing.
Let's do that. Let's make it turn on when it rolls over.
Okay.
That's cool.
We'll show the power of pure CSS. So I'm going to duplicate that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now I add the hover tag to it.
Now, why are we having to, just out of curiosity, why are we having to make essentially 3 copies of this?
Well, because we're editing different versions of the same thing.
Okay.
And so this will apply only to the home news headlines.
Okay.
If I were to go in to say edit the A like we did the P earlier, it would affect every link on the page.
I gotcha.
And so this is very specific to this class.
All right.
In other words, you're like sub-editing.
So why didn't we add hover up to the first A as opposed to what we did, which is duplicate it and create a new one that says hover? That's kind of what I'm asking. Like, why did we duplicate headlines A to add hover to it? Could we not have added hover to the first one?
Added hover to up here?
Yeah. Well, to the one that just says A right now.
Oh, yeah. Well, then now we're going to have two different styles.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you.
Okay. Do you understand my question?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Basically, here, let me.
The basic one's not going to have any decoration, and the hover will have decoration.
Okay, so we just have more options.
Right.
Okay, so, that makes sense now.
So let me close this and preview it.
So
and it should.
You bought a new pair of shoes without throwing away your other ones.
Right. Of course, I don't think the preview is working. Let's go into Firefox and see if Firefox will play. No, Firefox not playing either.
Did we actually assign that?
It should be assigned because. You
just gave me a really funny look when I asked that.
But maybe it's not.
I just wanted all the viewers to know that he just gave me a really funny look when I asked that. Is there a way to expand that list so we can kind of see what those names are? Or you mouse over them and look at you go, yeah.
Can I? But I guess if it'll let me grab it.
It had a little.
It wants to let me.
It wants to do it,
but it's not going to let me.
But it says no. That's okay.
It's not going to let me.
So which one is the one that has the rollover, the hover?
This guy here?
No, on your CSS list. Which one have you appended?
Oh, right. News headlines.
Okay.
So if I double click on here, news headlines. This is a subsection of news headlines.
Okay.
And this should be affecting all those things.
I see.
Okay.
I get it now.
Let me see what happens when I do this.
Oh yeah. Now what'd you just do?
Let me show you.
I fixed it.
I fixed it. Yeah. Let me go back to my CSS. Double click on here.
Okay, so here I was originally thinking you were making new style names, but you weren't. You were just adding new options to an existing one.
Exactly.
I gotcha.
Exactly.
Now it all makes sense.
Right. You can add individual elements.
We added the fact
classes.
that it was a link, and then we added the hover ability to it.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
So in other words, the link has no decoration at all.
I gotcha.
So it has no underline.
Yeah, the reason I was a little bit off earlier is because I thought for a second that we were actually creating all new style names down here, like duplicates.
Nothing new appears down in your.
We're just adding new, kind of like new options.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Okay. So
especially now that we know how to do that, that's awesome.
Let's go back to Firefox and see how Firefox treats us.
Like gold.
Lovely.
Yeah.
All right.
Very nice. Now, those links take us to news, don't they? We did set that up. Oh, yeah. Whoa.
We
are awesome. The power. All right.
Of course, it's not uploaded.
Right.
So
I guess we just need to save this and get it uploaded.
Let's save it. We'll close it. Let's find out where our broken link is here.
Find it. Click the bug. Uh-oh.
Now, what is your... Is it telling me because our image has a link? Yeah, let me stop that.
Yeah, because when you selected everything, you got to do each one of those text individually.
Well, I think the problem is I never assigned it. I selected it and then never assigned it. So let me assign it to news. Oh, maybe that's not the case. Well, let me switch back and forth. Sometimes you switch back and forth.
Nope.
What's your guess?
My guess is you're going to have to add the link to each part of text.
Yeah, you can see that they're empty references. So.
And then you can probably just kill it off the little dotted lines anyways, just to stay clean.
Right. So let's break that. Just going to quickly, let me go through the whole thing and break them off. Okay,
well, the first one was working. You didn't have to break that one. He didn't do anything to you.
Well, let's see. Let's see if this will fix it.
No, it's only going to do that first one.
It doesn't like it when I do all of them. So
maybe because it's divided up into images and more text.
Right. So let's do them one at a time. No problem. I will not fight it.
No. Just go ahead and play the game its way.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to play by its rules.
Sometimes you have to.
Sometimes you can work around, and sometimes not.
This would be a better looking way to do it anyways.
Yeah, this is more accurate as to what you'd actually do.
Yeah. All right. Sweet.
Okay, no more bugs. Go away, bugs. Hit save. Close our window. No more bugs.
So
we're already connected.
Yeah, so you just click the little upload button, click OK.
Click OK.
And kablam.
Let's go visit our friend.
Let's just go to the full web version.
It'll
just
be
type
web.
Yeah, it'll get us there. And here's our new home page, looking pretty much exactly like our Photoshop page.
Yeah, now with extra spiffy.
Yeah. Awesome. So that is going to wrap it up for this video. I mean, at this point, our website is pretty much complete. I think there's just a couple of minor things that Rob is going to show us how to tweak out.
Right.
And so let's just move on, because we're pretty much done. We're in the home stretch now.
Yeah.
I mean, victory is like right in front of us. So let's go on to the next video and take a look at just kind of tweaking out a few minor errors.
Okay.